Let's rewrite that bit.
Hella beatboxing stuff.
I met her in a folk tale, in a hand clap from sleep. Awoke from crippled relationships to hear her say she was seeking longevity. So I pinned her heart to the stars and I studied the luxury in her river eyes. She parched my inspiration, my hobby dry. Split me into psalms, she whispered, if you dare. And I will reincarnate my love for you into a language of half comas, sleepless but awake. She coerced me back into my mother's womb to be reborn into one last look at her. Until I became her and she me. Plugged her music into my sense until her song became you twice hum. So now my iPod sings I love you to her soul daily. Fiercely, I dance on the tip ends of molecules that her perfumed estrogen laid in the wind. You sent me orgasms in glass jars. And I will travel far to grip your slippery soul. Your romance novel with no words. Just blood memories that vibrate the page blank with every breath you've ever taken. I feel your ovaries' fingerprint pressed on the image of who I dream you to be in person. And although I've yet to touch your eyelid scarlet, I've already hummed you into the fifth dimension, because only then, sitting on the rings of Saturn, looking at me through bent galaxies, will you be able to begin to maneuver how much I love you. I mean, if I collected the secrets of love in electric, menage-a-trois it into a message that I passed unnoticed into your skin, would you recognize my shape with your eyes closed? You see, when we finally touch the genetic structure of poetry, we'll shapeshift into dolphins screaming. Senegalese women with head wraps and purple eyes will salt their tears in tornadoes. My first thought would be to crawl into your first thought. On second thought, I will step into your dreams and ask you if you think a man could love you into legends. Woman, if you knew how much I love you, you would paint yourself into a corner with stardust and rename your children our constellation. I've loved you forever. Before forever. Loved you old school like Jesus and Mary Magdalene. Like BC, like trees. Like Socrates in blackface. Singing ethics in African like the truth traced back again, loose on a sea of prayers, confused by my gentle abuse of me speaking your tears into granite fears. Baby, I was built for this shit. I've been practicing you for years. See, you tongue and groove fit tight. Sit right in the language, naked. Love you scratch and sniff scented on the tail ends of our matched DNA. Who's to say I was not fucked into existence just to meet you November still? Frozen chilled. Your essence floating on icebergs so I can see your movement changing. Your movement changing still. Be stillborn eyes, because I'm just waiting for the right time to birth your universal sight. You know how much I love you. Been writing you into the ends of poems I never really started. And if you ask me to live for you forever, I would capture death in braille and burn my fingertips numb. I'm done with searching for tomorrow when your face has already taught me how to perish this life at best. Blessed to be plugged into your universal sight, with my dreams set to repeat. I love you more than you'll ever know. I love you more than you'll ever know. I love you more than you'll ever know. Thank you.
Come on.